What's up, YouTube? I know it's been a minute, but I'm back here with another exciting video. Gonna be showing you guys this new product that just dropped at my door thanks to the good people at Xvive. Today I'm gonna be demoing the Xvive MoreYou interface. So without further ado, let's get right into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now I hope you guys like that jam track. Everything that you heard that was in the jam track, guitars, keyboards, bass, all of that was coming from the Xvive MoreYou hub. And this thing is a beast, and I'm going to explain in this video why this, in my opinion, is one of the best interfaces ever created for musicians. Let's get into it. Alright, first of all, this interface is not like any other interface that I've used before. Now this interface, although looking somewhat digital, is definitely not something that's hard to understand, not something that's too complex. When I received the unit, I powered it up, and immediately I found the controls were super intuitive. I wasn't really needing to crack open the manual or instructions or anything like that. And for me, that's huge, because at the end of the day, it's just about making music. And for me, I was able to do that immediately, which is a sign that it's a great interface. Now, not only that, but upon like plugging in stuff, when I was making that jam little track, I noticed that the connections just feel so sturdy. They feel really, really nice, really durable. When you plug something in, it just feels, I don't know, it just feels really nice. The XLRs, they just have this like click to them, and it just feels really good. You know that, if somebody trips or anything happens, you know that your connections are going to stay properly secure. Not only that, but it was also really nice to see Xvive included not only just the typical 1/4 inch jack for headphones, which is really nice. It's a really professional, it's the most professional jack compared to your typical 3.5 mil, but they also included the 3.5 mil, which is also really nice and convenient. So that way, whether you're using IEMs, right, which use a typical 3.5 mil jack, or using headphones like your typical studio headphones, which usually are a 1/4 inch jack, it takes both. Not only that, but it also has ADAT. So this pretty much just means it's expandable. You can add a third party, pretty much like an expansion module, so that way you can get more inputs if you need it. Now the display on this unit is kind of what took me away. I mean, you look at the unit and it's really, really built really nice. I mean, first, the top part is kind of has this kind of glass looking surface, which looks super cool. Not only that, but all these knobs that you have is super practical, especially for me, because when I was making that jam track, I was constantly switching instruments, whether it was bass, electric guitar, or keyboards. And having the knobs dedicated for each channel that I'm able to just kind of switch through the channels that I wanted and gain stage immediately was super nice. I didn't have to go through any additional software downloads to get into the actual full um, usage of the interface, which was super helpful. And it just makes making content that much faster, and it really takes away the frustration, and it makes musicality the center of what you're doing, which is important, right, for us as musicians. All right, like I told you guys, this thing is more than just an interface. So what's pretty cool with this, and I was gonna buy this unit also, by the way, with my own money, but it just so happened that Xvive sent this out to me. But the main reason why I wanted to buy this unit is, yes, it's an interface. I already have an interface, but it's pretty much a mixer. So what unit is allowing you to do is it's allowing you, for you and your bandmates, to have your own customizable mix via those hubs. They're expandable. You connect it just an XLR cable, and you're able to send power and signal through that cable. And everyone's gonna get a stereo signal, and that's huge. you know I think about all these rigs that I've been looking into lately, these fly racks, with a digital mixer, and then with like all the snakes and all that. And you have the wireless units for IEMs and all that stuff can cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And trust me, I've even looked into it myself, because my family we're a bunch of musicians, and I was just looking for a really affordable way where all of us can jam together using IEMs. And this solved that. I mean, everyone is able to have their own stereo mix again, which is huge. I hate playing in mono, so having stereo capabilities for everyone is huge. Not only that, but Xvive very cleverly thought of the idea of adding reverb sense on each hub or expander interface, which is super convenient, especially if you're just plugging in like a mono source, example acoustic guitar, or say you just have a vocal mic plugged in. You're able to add reverb to it, which only affects your personal mix. That reverb is not being sent out to any other of the modules that you have connected, which is super nice, because for one, it's going to allow the user, whoever's singing or playing acoustic or whatever you want, right, it's going to allow them to hear themselves with reverb, which is, I mean, in my experience, IEMs can be a little bit sterile, especially because they're just so dry and you're getting everything right next to your reverb. Can really help, facilitating like kind of like that harsh, like immediate kind of like sound in your ear. It kind of gives you like more of a cushion. So that's really nice, but it's also not affecting other people, which is awesome, because people are like your drummer or whatever, they're still going to get clarity. They're not going to get a really washed out vocal, a really washed out acoustic guitar. They're still going to get that definition, which is super crucial from getting really clean IEM mixes. Now, a neat feature that Xvive thought, and I think this is pretty cool. Now, it's not the best, I will say, but each module has a talkback mic, which is super neat, especially when using custom IEMs. Custom IEMs block out, I feel like 80% of the sound. So a lot of times when you have a band member trying to get your attention, whether it's to do an idea musically or whatnot, you literally have to take out your IEM, hang it over, and then you can listen. And then sometimes you can lose out information if you're not always able to hear things. What's cool about these systems is, again, they have integrated mics, so it's not necessary to plug in a third-party mic or anything like that. It's already built into the system, and that's pretty neat. So that way every musician that's connected can pretty much communicate with each other without having to take out their earbuds or IEMs or headphones or whatever you're doing, which is super nice. I mean, what other interface has that feature? I mean, Xvive, to my knowledge, is the only ones. They're the only ones that do it, and I just thought that, wow, that's really useful. That's very practical, and again, that just goes to show that it's just more than an interface. It's really a mixer, in my opinion, because of just all the things that you can do with this system. All right, to sum up this video, this unit is really, really awesome for musicians that are looking for a way to record themselves as well as their bandmates too if they want. It's a great way of rehearsing without spending thousands of dollars on IEM rigs. And it's also just a really practical solution of just hearing yourself, whether it be practicing at home or recording stuff in the studio. And right now, I believe on Sweetwater, they're $50 off. This is not sponsored or anything by them. I'm just letting y'all know at the time of this video, they are on sale. So if y'all are interested, I highly recommend checking them out. If you guys like the guitar tones in the video that I was playing, you guys can check them out. I'll leave the description or the link in the description where you guys can buy my H90 presets. They're free. So if you just want to check them out, you can for free. Just download it. And as always, if you guys like this video, go ahead and comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thanks so much, guys, again for checking out this video. Hope y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you on the next one.